What's going on, everybody? This is Ken Meeks with the Ken Meeks Show. Today we have an exciting show. We got Lexy Gray. We also have Lyrica Anderson. And the part you all love and like, Ken's Cocktails and Conversations. What's going on, everybody? This is Ken Meeks with the Ken Meeks Show. Today we have an exciting show. We got Lexy Gray. We also have Lyrica Anderson. And the part you all love and like, Ken's Cocktails and Conversations. What's going on, everybody? Once again, Ken Meeks. I'm sitting here with Lyrica Anderson. Lyrica, how you doing? Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Good, man. So look, we got a lot to talk about because you've done a lot.
Yes.
And you have a lot in store, right?
Right.
So let's start from the beginning, right? How did you get started with everything you're doing, songwriting, whatever? Take us from the beginning.
Oh my goodness. From the beginning is like a long time ago. Well, because I started writing songs when I was like 12 years old.
Okay.
And my mom is a singer and a songwriter, and she's traveled the world. She's worked with icons, everybody. So it's already in the blood. And then my mom just like, you know, through the years would just teach me how to write songs. And once I learned the formula, I just loved doing it. So I would just write and save my songs. And my first big break as a songwriter was when I got my publishing deal with Disney.
Okay.
And yeah, from there I just started writing for a bunch of people and getting placements. And then I went into the artist thing like independently like a few years ago.
Right. So name some of the people that you've written for.
Demi Lovato, Jonas Brothers, Jennifer Hudson, Chris Brown, Beyonce's Jealous.
Oh, okay.
Just to name a few.
Great names, great names. So I saw somewhere that you was a twin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am. Twins, he did my research, yeah.
I am a twin. My twin passed when we were 3. So, yeah. And my mom never had any more kids after that.
Okay, so she's still watching over you, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so then you was on Love and Hip Hop, right? So reality show. So how was, cause you know, me myself, I thought about it, right? So how is reality show? How was that? Like, would you do it again? Did it make you, did it break you?
Well, it's like, the first year was so much fun because it's like new lovebirds. We're on there together. This whole like, getting on TV with your partner can be like super fun. It was dope. Then it starts getting challenging because it definitely tests your relationship and people start lying and cloud and thoughts and a lot of stuff started happening.
Right.
So I would say to that. And would I do it again? But it has its perks, also like you can get a fan base and, dope following from it. And as far as again, the reason I would do it now, maybe, is because I'm like stepping out by myself. So that is the reason why maybe I would do it like alone or whatever new situation I'm in.
Single, boyfriend, don't want to talk about it.
Single,
okay.
Right
Okay, everybody, single.
Can't believe I'm saying that.
So music, right? So you have this song, this video, right? You know the name, I keep messing it up. What's my favorite song?
Act the Fool.
Act the Fool, Act the Fool.
Yeah.
This video was crazy.
That was so much fun to
shoot. The best video I've seen yet.
Thank you.
Y'all ain't saw Act the Fool. You need to go watch Act the Fool right now. Like,
Yeah.
stop what you're doing. Go watch it. So how was it making that video?
I don't
Where did
know.
you get the idea from?
I don't know what I was on, but I'm an actress as well. I just actually shot a TV show called Foster Law, so y'all stay tuned for that.
Right.
But it required a lot of acting because obviously it's like the whole thing is acting. Like I'm coming to my man's workplace, I'm about to mess some up because he, cheating, ain't acting right. And, his boss is firing him, but I'm really gonna put the icing on the cake because I'm about to come with a trench coat and I'm naked underneath. I'm gonna take the trench coat off. I'm about to beat shit up. And I did that. So it just was
did
like.
you walk in there with all these people, you was completely naked?
Yeah, I only had my nipples covered.
Y'all gotta go see it. Anyway.
Though when I thought back, I was like, I should have at least wore it.
Yeah, because I was like, she
We
has
thought
to
it was gonna
have-
show on camera. We really wanted to
Right.
give the real illusion of like naked with it blurred out,
right.
like the real illusion. So that's probably why. But I remember the guy who played my boyfriend when I first walked in. He was like trying to stay in actor mode, but he was
Right.
like, "What the heck?"
It was crazy.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fiending with Kevin Gates.
Mm-hmm.
How was it like working with him?
He is a character. He is so funny. He is that funny. And he literally was just like, that was the most organic feature I've ever gotten in my life.
Right.
I was playing Fiending loud in the speakers. We were just listening back to it like, oh, okay, we're gonna put this out.
Dope song.
Thank you. He walks in and was like, who is that singing? And everybody was like, her, Lyrica. And he's like, I gotta get on that, open a verse. That's literally how he got on the song.
Wow.
And then he went on
of
the
course-
mic and was like, what you mean when you say me who? And he started going off and we was
Right,
like,
right.
okay, we was like that then. And then literally, boom.
Right, so good, a lot of good stuff. So do you have anything coming up now? What's next for Lyrica?
Yes, I'm recording right now.
Right.
So I'm working on a new project, y'all stay tuned for that. And acting and maybe some reality, I don't know. But music, and more music.
So Lyrica, I know you're juggling a lot. You got your music, you got your kids. How is it?
Kid.
Yeah, you kid. One.
I mean, for now. I mean, you never know what the future holds. But for now, I have Ocean. His name is Ocean. He just turned 3.
Right.
And he is amazing. Like, he is life-changing because just when I called him upstairs, I just was checking in on him. He literally was like, Mommy, because I call him Tunca. It's his little nickname. I've called him since he was born. Mommy's little Tunca. You don't even think your kid is listening. You just say little stuff as they're like growing up. But he's, like, again, only 3. So now he says, Mommy, I'm your little Tunca. And it's, Mommy, I love you. You're my angel. I'm your best friend to the
So
end.
animated.
Like, the sweetest things, like affirmations. Like, he just tells you all, and you're just like, I love you. So he's definitely has changed my life and made me stronger. And I love him so much.
Right. So who's your inspiration?
My mom.
Your mom.
My mother,
Is
yes.
inspiration.
And then I have some favorite singers like Sade.
You gotta love Sade.
When I say I love her music, has helped me a lot actually. So
King Sorrow, nice song.
Is it The Greatest of Sade? That's the project I listen to. Like
Yeah, and just
the
let it
album.
run.
I just let it
Exactly.
run. I know it back and forth.
Exactly. So let everybody know, Lyrica, where they can find you at, what you got coming up next.
So y'all can follow me on Instagram at Lyrica Anderson. That's also my Twitter and all platforms for me. Stay tuned for new music, just great deals, great things coming. Y'all just stay tuned and follow me.
So Lyrica, if I needed a song, if I wanted you to write, who do I contact?
Prince Howard.
Prince, what's his information? You gotta give us information.
It's a publishing guru on Instagram, and y'all just have to DM him, and you know what I'm saying?
Prince is real hardcore now. You gotta come with some good stuff. Is he gonna throw that? No, I'm just playing.
And no, he is,
go to-
period.
Yeah, but anyway, Lyrica, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you.
This was nice.
Thank you for having me. All right.
Hey, what's up? It's Lexy Gray, and today I'm on the Meeks show. We are talking about my travel company and how I got started, my Airbnb business and how I can help others start their own business as well, and the trials and challenges that came along with it. So stay tuned.
What's going on, everybody? I have here with me Lexy Gray. How you doing, Lexy?
How are you? Nice to meet you.
Good, great. Nice to meet you. So you've been doing a lot of stuff.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about it now.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay. So travel agent. Let's talk a little bit about that. So
Yeah.
celebrity travel agent. How many celebrities? Well, you don't have to tell me how many. Who all have you worked with?
So in the beginning, I started with Adam Savani.
Okay.
He was on the Step Up movie. Lyrica Anderson, A1 Bentley. Too many athletes to name to date. B. Dot. Oh my gosh.
Lots of people.
Just a lot of people to
Got
name
it,
today. I
got
can
it.
go down a whole list. So, and if we would be here all night if I was trying to think of everybody.
Right. So Lexy, what made you want to get into, being a travel agent?
So I actually had been in the travel industry for 6 years prior. And so I had gained a little bit of knowledge in the travel industry, and I knew that I wanted to do something on my own. And so, of course, when you're thinking entrepreneurial, you're thinking of different ideas that you may have. And so I was like, well, maybe I can take what I already know and just try to apply it to something that I can do on my own. So I took a leap of faith and started my travel agency. I had done my research on how to start one. That took a couple months. And then I actually started reaching out to a couple of social media influencers that I was already friends with.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with him, but his name is Ice Mike. He's known on social media for doing his daughter's hair.
Okay.
And so he actually...
Shout out Ice.
Yes.
Right.
He actually introduced me to a lot of people, a lot of social media influencers, and they started coming to me when I launched my travel agency. So I started doing flights for, like I said, too many people. So then I started to develop a little name for myself because, it's not often where you meet like a celebrity and sports travel agent.
Right.
You have celebrity hairstylists, you have celebrity barbers, you have celebrity nail techs, but it's not often.
But not travel agents.
Yeah.
So you started a new trend.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know any other celebrity and sports travel agent, not that I know of.
Right.
So I started that about almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
So
what was the hardest part about starting the company?
the hardest part was not knowing what was going to come from it. I think everybody has a sense of anxiety when they kind of take a leap and do something on their own, especially when you're telling yourself, okay, I have to do this and pay myself, you know? And so, and I was still working a regular 9 to 5 when I started, but I knew eventually I wanted to get away from that and just, you know, focus on myself and what I was doing. But sometimes you just have to pray and just keep manifesting.
You have to, man. You gotta put God first.
Because the first month, I mean, I saw what I had made the first month and I was like, oh, this can't pay my bills.
Right.
And I almost got a little discouraged. I was like, you know, maybe this isn't for me. And of course, you're always gonna have that self-doubt, like maybe this isn't for me. But something just told me to keep going, and you never know what's gonna come from it. And actually the second month, the revenue increased. The third month, the revenue increased again. And I was like, oh, okay.
You're in there.
I'm in there like swimwear, you know what I'm saying? So
how long did it take, you know, for somebody else who may be following your path, how long did it take for you to finally say, you know what, I'm here, I am comfortable?
I would say it took me a few months because I always say, like, you know, I guess, and everyone's different, but I told myself I didn't want to leave my 9 to 5 until I knew that I was able to comfortably live off of my passion and what I was doing. You know, because I always say, like, success to me.
So you left your job.
I left.
And you said, forget this, I'm doing this.
Yeah.
That's good.
Because I wanted to make sure, but I had to make sure that everything was set, you know, like I wanted to make sure that, you know, everything was consistent before I did so, because I do have 2 children, so I wanted to make sure that everything was straight with them.
And I was going to ask you that. How is it juggling, you know, with being a travel agent, having kids, your personal life?
I actually love it. I actually enjoy being busy. Believe it or not. And then, you know, I always say it takes a village. So I do have a wonderful nanny. I have my mother, I have my family. And so, but my kids always do come first. I always make sure that they're doing what they need to do. My oldest is 9, my youngest is 5. But what I do, I'm able to be at home.
Right.
I don't have to be, at an office, working for whomever. Like what I do, I'm in the comfort of my own home. So my kids can be with me. They just like to bother me while I'm working. So that's the only thing.
Look, Lexy, I'm gonna be honest with you now. When I'm trying to book a flight, I go to Priceline, you go to the cheapo. So what kind of deals? Like if I called you, you're gonna give me the best deals, is what you're saying.
I'll tell you what, I had some flights from Dallas to Cancun for like $128 round trip. I did, and that was on my website, luxurytravel.travel. Luxurytravel.travel.
Luxurytravel.travel.
Yeah.
So also, you're also doing Airbnb.
I am.
Tell me about that. And how can I get started if I wanted to get started?
You know what? That is a whole nother realm, but I will say this. I started my Airbnb business when COVID hit.
Okay.
Because remember, everyone stopped traveling.
Right.
And so my travel company was like, it was real shaky. So I was like, and I was at a comfortable place in my travel company. I was like, I don't need to do anything else. I'm cool with this business. But no, I think COVID taught me that I needed other streams of income. So I remember I was debating. I was like, do I take this money that I saved and like take a long trip with my kids since they were going to school virtually and just relax because the whole world is crazy right now? Or do I take this money and reinvest it into myself? And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna reinvest into myself.
So break this down for me, right? For those out there who really don't understand about Airbnb. So you map out a place, right? You go, you rent it out, you buy it, invest it.
So one question I do get all the time is, do you have to own real estate to have an Airbnb business? And the answer is no, you don't need to own any real estate to have an Airbnb business. All of the units that I have, I'm leasing. Okay. As long as there is, as long as the whoever you're leasing from, whether it's a landlord, apartment complex, as long as they allow Airbnb and they're Airbnb friendly, you can go ahead and have at it. I would say it's an easy process, but you do have to be thorough in every little step though. You can't just dive right into it. You do have to be strategic in how you do it.
Got it.
But yeah, it's lucrative. It's very lucrative.
Love it. So did you encounter any struggles way before everything, before the Airbnb, before the travel business? Did you encounter any struggles along the way to get you to where you are? Because a lot of people may be sitting at home and they may be saying, well, maybe she had this handout or maybe not. So can you elaborate?
I had no handouts. I did struggle. Throughout my 20s, I had my first daughter at 21 years old. I was still in college. You're still getting to know yourself at that age. You still don't know who you are. You're still trying to figure yourself out in the world. So throughout my 20s, I struggled finding my own identity, who I wanted to be in life, because I knew I had someone that was looking up to me. And of course, yes, I faced a lot of adversity in the process. Lots of financial struggles in the process. And I knew, and I told myself, I remember actually looking at my daughter when she was like 4 or 5 years old, and I was like, I promise by the time you're 10, we are gonna be good. And she didn't know what I was talking about, but I remember telling her in the car, I was like, I promise by the time you're 10, we're gonna be good. And I made sure that I stuck to that. And I was like, I don't know what I'm about to do, but I'm gonna do it. And
you did it.
And I did it.
I love that story. Yeah. I love that story because we always hear about, the end point, the omega, but we never hear the alpha, the beginning, and how you got to where you are. And I love that. So Lexy, let everybody know again where they can find you at.
You can find me on Instagram at LexyGray_, and that's LEXYGRAY_. Or you can shoot me an email, travelwithlexy@gmail.com. Or I can be reached on my website, luxurytravel.travel.
Luxurytravel.travel. Yes. You heard it first from Lexy Gray.
Yes.
Back again, Ken Meeks Show. This is Ken's Cocktails Conversations. Here with family, that's what we do, talk. So today's topic, talking about relationships.
I got a question.
Yeah.
When you, any one of y'all was married before, right? You was married before? You married. And my whole thing about marriage, right? You know the vows, for better or worse?
Yeah.
Women don't love for worse. They love for better.
Y'all don't marry for better.
No, listen.
Y'all can't wait to do worse.
Listen. No, let's not just say women. I think everybody, because when it gets worse, you get running, you get the going. And I just feel like we all, like this generation, don't stick in from better for worse.
Yeah.
You don't stick. You don't stick around for.
I did. I stuck around
I know.
for 10 years. Well, 5 years together, 5 years married.
And then another thing, girls don't leave when it's bad. They leave when it's getting good. When they finally be like they got through the bad run, and then he's trying to be good. Then she be like,
oh yeah, there she goes.
But it starts with communication, though. It starts, if you build a good foundation as far as communication, hear me out now. From the beginning, then once you get into that marriage, because a lot of people say, I fell out of love. I don't believe in that.
How do you fall out of love?
I don't believe in that.
That's why I'm trying to tell you, there's no for better for worse. It says the death do us part. What's the breaking point?
Everybody has a breaking point, though.
What's the breaking point?
After you've gone through a pattern over and over and over with someone, and listen, everybody's change is on them.
Okay.
So if that person does decide to change, and all of a sudden when you leaving, that's the tipping point.
No,
Sometimes
but
it's too late because you've been through too
I think
much.
this is the problem, though.
Bingo.
Everybody not taking the time out to understand each other's love language.
Bingo.
That's the point.
They not taking their
That's the
time.
point
Yeah, listen, when I meet a lady, this is my new thing. If I'm getting to know you, what's your love language?
Yeah.
Because guess what? Whatever your love language is, if it fits me, I want to cater to that. You know what I'm saying? I want to cater to that.
But
and guess what?
can I-
Me as a man, I want to give you my love language to see if you could cater to that too.
But that don't mean they're going to follow that, though.
Exactly.
And then I shade for you. It's all, that's a
People
red
don't
flag.
give
You see the color of your jacket?
Yeah.
It's a red flag.
No, but that is true, though. Love language is important.
Love language.
It's a red flag.
No,
Hold on.
love language is important, but what I've learned in dating is that sometimes we don't ask the right questions in the beginning.
Right.
And so
Communication.
Because like
That's right.
literally anytime I have a first date, there's one question that I have to ask.
What is it?
The question is, are you happy?
Right.
Are you happy?
good.
Because listen, and they can say, if they say, I'm happy, but I gotta, I'm not where I want to be. I'm happy, but when they say but, that's
That but.
That's
a red flag.
I don't think there's anyone in life, though, that wouldn't say a but. That's like meeting someone that has everything they want
well, see,
in life, right?
That butt though
Wait,
is
you gotta be
important.
There's
happy.
always something
You gotta be
else.
happy
That
with
butt
you.
is
You gotta be happy
important.
with you, but I don't
You
think
still
I've ever
got
met a
trauma.
person that wasn't working towards something, which is
yeah.
kind of
There's some
annoying.
trauma,
Because as
man.
humans, it's like we're
That's
never
right.
satisfied.
well, if you feel, if you feel like you're in a good place, I mean, like a lot
can
of
be
my
in a good
friends,
place.
you could be in a good place to where you're still willing to share that with someone, and then of course we always set goals for ourselves, and you want to build with that person, but I just feel like if you're not fully happy internally, there's just no way
Self
Yeah.
needs to be happy.
you have
Self
to
needs to be happy in order to move
And
on.
then another thing is a lot of bad bum bitches.
Oh,
What?
say it again.
What? Hold
Bitches.
on.
I'm not saying it's y'all.
But don't have
I'm
nothing
just-
going.
We gotta
Break it down. Break it down.
We gotta
What
start
is
putting that out there.
what's a bum bitch to you?
A bad bum. The girls be like, I'm a bad bitch, but she's a bum bad bitch.
So what he mean is she got the Louis Vuitton purse,
Right.
but she's driving a Honda.
No. Look,
Before we get
Paying my car note.
let's go to a spot where we can ask y'all some questions and advice based
Hold
on.
on, he got to break this down.
He
first.
do gotta break it down.
a
But let's do
bad
that
bum bitch is a woman that's beautiful. We thinking, oh my God, she's
Right.
bad.
She's bad.
Right.
But then you gotta, when you meet her and start to date her, you gotta take care of all her bills.
Right. Now you crazy.
This
Come on, son.
and she does nothing but stay home and get in the mirror and get on Instagram and be like, I'm a bad bitch.
Right.
I gotta get a bag. homegirl, what is your, that's when, this
hold
one
on, I
acts
gotta
with
cut 'em off.
standards.
My interpretation of a bad woman, not a bad bitch, a bad woman is a lady that could just take care of her own. And guess what? All she gotta do is show me she could take care of her own, and I'm willing to jump in and help her take care of her own.
No,
you know
but that's where it comes with, that's where it
hello.
comes with standards. Because girls scream that I got standards. So
Yeah.
I wrote on Instagram the other day, I said, what is your standards? And your standards can't be what a man can offer you.
Nah.
It gotta, and what you obtain from a man, it gotta be what you present when I first meet you, so you make a man come to your standards. Most women got standards of, oh, I want this drug dealer nigga, I'm getting another drug dealer nigga to pay on my back, get more, you know what I mean? So you be like, what is your standards though?
I seen a clip on Instagram.
I got a question for the lady. Okay, go ahead.
I seen a clip on Instagram.
Okay.
They asked a woman, what type of man you like, drug dealer or working man? Most of the women picked the drug dealer. I'm like, are you kidding me?
hilarious.
Y'all got the power.
No,
Amongst us. No, they got the power, bro. They got the power,
You can
bro.
relinquish
Yeah, I
your
agree.
power, but
Of men.
Everybody, no.
Of how to, you ever heard of a cause and effect, bro?
You said
A
they got the
cause and
power,
effect?
they got the
I like
power
this.
what?
They have the power
Hey,
over
but look,
us.
y'all.
No, they don't.
Hold on, y'all.
We gotta start wrapping up.
We gonna
They got the
start.
power
Hold on.
over
We gonna
us.
start wrapping up this show. This been a great
Oh, wow.
Kens, cocktails, and conversation. We had Kystin, Lyrica Anderson, Lexy Gray, Cliff White, and BK Brasco. Till next time.
Thank you. Cheers.